Well, good morning, everybody. I hope all is well, and I want to thank you for taking the time this morning to watch this presentation by Railbookers of Exploring Switzerland by Rail. Switzerland is one of the most visited destinations in Europe, and we have a fantastic presentation to share with you all this morning. And also, we have some exciting news that we are looking forward to sharing with you as well. My name is Kyle Smith, and I'm one of the business development executives here, and I'll be your host today. And in a few minutes, I'll be explaining exactly who Railbookers is and what we can offer you in terms of a rail vacation throughout Switzerland and beyond. But before we do that, if you have a pen and paper handy, I would encourage you to have that so you can take some general notes. But please take note of our reservations telephone number at the bottom of your screen at 829 3040 and our website at railbookers.com. There you'll find all of our vacation packages and much more. Just to the right of you is a flyer for you to download that will have some exciting announcements on it, as well as some of the packages that I'm going to be sharing with you all this morning. And if you have any questions throughout the webinar, please put that into the question box below, and I am monitoring that in real time, and I will provide you all an answer at the end of the presentation. Now for the exciting news. Switzerland is on sale. We are currently having a flash sale for Switzerland. So for any reservations that have 6 to 7 nights on them, for any package on our website for that matter, you can save yourselves up to $200 off per couple. Or on any 8-night reservations, you can save up to $400 off per couple. And that is a huge savings. That can go right into your flights and keep your overall budget within check as you prepare a European vacation. Now, the flash sale will end on April 26th. So you have it starting from today until the 26th to make your reservations with us. That way you can take advantage of these discounts. This information is on the flyer to the right of you, and I would encourage you to download that. It has the Railbookers telephone number on it. You can give us a call, or you can go visit your local travel agent to make your reservations. Now, just a little bit about who we are. I'm not going to take too much time on this, but Railbookers is a part of the Yankee Leisure Group Incorporated, which is a privately held uh, supplier within the travel industry that does rail vacations. And we do Amtrak vacations. We have a brand called the Yankee Holidays, which would not mean too much to you. That's more for our travel agent partners. And of course, Rail Bookers, which focuses on international rail vacations throughout Europe, Canada, Asia, and Australia. And these are the 2019 brochures for our brands. If you'd like any one of these, you can request them online or simply give us a call and we would be happy to get those out to you. Now, Railbookers has 4 of our own generic brochures. Our generic brochure to the far left will have just about every destination that we sell in it. We have a brochure dedicated to Eurostar vacations. The Eurostar is the high-speed train in Europe that goes from London to Paris underneath the English Channel. And in this brochure, you'll find packages for the western and southern part of Europe. We run a brand called Via Rail Vacations for all of our Canada products, as well as Trenitalia Vacations for Italy. So you can request these online as well. So why you will love traveling with Railbookers? Well, for starters, a rail vacation usually is a bucket list experience for our customers. So when our customers give us a call, a lot of them tend to be rail enthusiasts that are planning a great trip throughout Switzerland or anywhere else in Europe. Maybe the Venice Simplon Orient Express from London to Venice. That's one of the world's most luxurious trains, or maybe you're looking to go across Canada on the Via Rail and do the Rocky Mountaineer through the Canadian Rockies. Whatever your bucket list dream vacation is when it comes to rail, we can fulfill that for you. We're also going to be able to provide you with the most premier scenic routes available. So if you're considering a trip to Europe, maybe this year or next, and maybe you're not sure where you want to go, we can give you the most scenic options that, to get from A to B. We also have multi-country adventure packages. So right on our flyer and our website, you'll find packages that bring together 4 or 5 different countries that you can all see by rail. And I would encourage you to check that out. And convenience and relaxation is another reason why you should consider a rail vacation. Planning a vacation could be stressful, and then executing it could be even more stressful depending on the circumstances. But when you get on a train, especially for an overnight trip, you have nothing but time on your hands to spend some quality time with your friends and family and take in the beautiful scenery of the Canadian Rockies or the Swiss Alps or whatever the case may be. Now here is the European network map. This can be found on the inside cover of our generic brochure. And as you can see here, every European country has its own high-speed rail service that goes international. Now the questions we get from our customers when they call in are, where did the trains go? Where do they connect? And how long does it take to get from London to Barcelona or Italy or whatever the case may be? So if you're currently planning a European vacation and you plan to do some of that by rail, the rail component is going to be the most difficult part in the planning processes because a lot of people just don't understand it because you have multiple countries and multiple rail companies. However, we are true rail experts. We specialize in European rail travel. So if you just pick up the phone, give us a call, we'll be able to explain to you where the trains go, where they connect, and so on. Or you can go visit your local travel agent and they'll be able to work with you because they have decades of experience putting together complicated international vacations. The choice is up to you, of course. Now here is the Switzerland network map. Switzerland is a very tricky country to navigate by rail. So we do have this map for you. If you have a smartphone nearby, feel free to take a picture of it. That way you can have that for your records. And the Swiss rail will go to all of the major cities throughout Switzerland, Basel, Zurich, Lucerne, Interlaken, just to name a few. And Switzerland is home to a lot of very scenic trains like the Bernina Express, the Glacier Express, or the Golden Pass Line. And I will be introducing you to those train routes here in a few minutes. So what can Railbookers provide for you? Well, there's a lot of different ways you can go about planning a European vacation, of course, but we try to make it that as easy as possible. For starters, we can offer you a customized rail vacation. So if you're browsing our website later today and you don't see what you're looking for, you can give us a call and we'll build it from scratch. We have insider access to all the European rail. We can book rail 2 years in advance. If you're considering a river cruise, we book a lot of pre and post river cruise travel, and we truly are the rail experts, which is why a lot of people give us a call. So flexibility is a key reason of using Railbookers. So any package that you see on this presentation today or online or in one of our brochures, we can customize. We can add additional rail, we can add extra hotel nights, or build the package completely from scratch. The choice is up to you. We're going to be able to provide you with a one-stop shop, hassle-free booking experience. So if you give us a call with your ideal destination or itinerary, we will add the rail, we will add hotels, activities for you, transfers from the airports, and even ferries with intercity transportation. Now, the only thing we don't do here are flights. So that would be the one piece that you would have to figure out on your own, but we can do your rail and your hotels and everything else you're looking to do throughout Europe to make the planning process and the booking experience all that much easier for you. Now, one of the key reasons people use Railbookers is the fact that we're able to secure European rail 24 months in advance. Now, I don't know if you know anything about European rail, but just as an FYI, if you're trying to shop European rail, it's not available to the general public to book until 45 to 60 days before your departure. So if you're planning a trip at the tail end of this year or the first quarter of 2020, you should be able to book your flights. I'm sure you can secure hotels if that's what you're looking to do as well. But the rail is the one piece that you're going to have to wait until the last minute to book it before you can fully complete all of your reservations. This is why people use Railbookers, because we can secure the rail in Europe 2 years in advance by simply giving us a call. We have direct contracts with all the high-speed rail companies, and they give us their fares and schedules 24 months in advance. Now, going back to customization for a minute, so here's a standard package that we book a lot of here. It's called our Ultimate London and Paris. And as you can see here on the map, it's a 3-night stay in London. That dotted line across is the train route on the Eurostar to Paris, where you'll stay another 3 nights. And we include activities with this and so on. But we can customize the package. So if you're looking to extend the trip to go up into Amsterdam or Brussels or whatever the case may be, no problem. Let us know you're looking at this package and that you would like to modify it a bit, and we will do that to your liking. So you can start and finish wherever you'd like. We have the options to put the trip in reverse order, or we can simply combine itineraries that you see online. Now, sometimes we get calls from customers that are very product specific. So sometimes on the travel channels or in magazines, they'll run a feature on one of the scenic trains like the Bernina Express. So if that's something you came across recently and you're interested in that, but you'd like to add some time in Italy and Switzerland along the way, that is no problem at all. We probably have a package or two that'll do what you're looking to do, or we'll completely build it from scratch to give you your customized vacation of your liking. And every once in a blue moon, we get a phone call from a client looking to put two of our packages on top of each other. The most common request for this would be our Venice via the Alps coming out of London. So this is a great package. You fly into London if you're coming directly from the US. You get on the Eurostar to go to Paris. You'll end up in Geneva, Switzerland for a night, and then rail through the Swiss Alps to Venice for a couple of nights. But in most cases, our customers are asking us to extend the trip down through Florence and Rome, or maybe even Sorrento and the Amalfi Coast. So if that's something you're looking to do, let us know. We'll just put our packages right on top of each other, or you can go visit your local travel agent and tell them the same thing, and they'll go ahead and put all that together for you. So I do want to talk about river cruises for a minute. River cruises, as you may or may not know, are a very popular European vacation, and a lot of customers will give us a call because they've booked themselves on one and they'd like to see a little bit of Switzerland or Amsterdam or whatever the case may be before or after their cruise to extend the trip. So we do have two itineraries right here for you to consider. The Zermatt and St. Moritz trip starts in Basel, and then it comes down into Zermatt for 2 nights. You'll do the Glacier Express to St. Moritz, and then the Bernina Express through Italy, and the package will end in Zurich, so you can make catch a flight back home to the USA. And we have a modified package on the right, the Lucerne and Zurich coming out of Basel, 3 nights Lucerne, 1 night Zurich. So if you are looking to do a river cruise this year and would like to extend your trip, this may be something for you to consider. Here are some of the major cruise ports around the world where we tend to do a lot of customized vacations to revolve around cruising. And as I mentioned a few minutes ago, we are rail experts. We know because we go. So each year we send our team members across the globe to experience our top selling packages and to visit the most popular destinations. And so our team members will do the rail, we'll stay in the hotels that we offer, we'll do all the activities as if we are you, the paying customer. And so when you give us a call, we're able to give you the in-betweens, the what you need to know when it comes to rail travel abroad. Okay, so I want to go ahead and spend a few minutes talking about the scenic trains in Switzerland. I'm going to keep this brief and straight to the point. So the first one is called the Glacier Express. Now, this is a very scenic, luxurious train in Switzerland, and this is one of the main reasons why people visit Switzerland. The top destinations are on the left, Zermatt, Chor, Brig, and St. Moritz. So basically from west to east, throughout Switzerland, and this train goes directly through the Swiss Alps, and you can kind of get that picture here with this slide. So here's a little bit of the accommodations on board the train. The Glacier Express has their newest class of service called the Excellent class, and it's an all-inclusive high-end amenity on board the train. where food and beverages are included with your reservation, and you have your own private lounging car and your own dining area. And so there's usually less people within these accommodations, making it easier for you to roam the train. And the train itself is lined with panoramic windows that line both sides of the train, so you can see both sides as you're going through the Swiss Alps. Now, the Glacier Express also has first class accommodations. And first class is very similar in terms of shape to the excellent class. It's all inclusive of meals and so forth, but it doesn't have the 5-star level like the excellent class. This probably rates 4-star at this point. But all your meals are included, and the Glacier Express will provide a host as well as a server that will bring you everything to your table, and you can just sit back and relax, enjoy the ride and the beautiful scenery around you. Here's another great shot of the train. And this is what the route looks like. It is filled with these bridges and tunnels all throughout the Swiss Alps. Okay, any questions on the Glacier Express? Just go ahead and provide those below for me. Now, the next train that I want to share with you is the Bernina Express. Now, this is a great train that goes through the eastern part of the Swiss Alps down into Italy, and this train looks like a toy set. It's fun to look at, and it's also an exciting ride. So the top destinations would be Core, Tirano, Italy, Lugano, Italy, and St. Moritz. So here's a great shot of the train that I was able to capture last year. So the route itself does twist and turn a bit, so the train does slow down in its speed to catch these iconic moments for you. But you'll have panoramic windows. This is actually an outside caboose, in other words, that you can walk outside regardless of whatever class of service you have on the train. You have access to this in the summertime, and that way you can see out both sides of the train and capture some great photography. Now, Bernina Express also has standard and first class accommodations, and I do have some photos for that here in a few moments. Here's probably the most iconic picture you can take on the Bernina Express. And the next train I want to share with you is called the Golden Pass. So this is on the west coast of Switzerland from Geneva, Montreux, and Interlaken. Now Switzerland has its own Swiss rail service provided by the government, but this particular train, the Golden Pass, is a scenic luxury train. So if you're looking for the Golden Pass, you'll need to contact us directly and let us know that, because you can easily fall into the temptation of booking the Swiss rail, which doesn't go through the Golden Pass. So this is a completely separate train. And here is the interior for you. This is the standard accommodations. As you can see, you have high back chairs, tables to sit at, and you have the ability to purchase food and beverages on board the train. And of course, the scenery around you is absolutely exquisite. And here is the first class accommodations on board the Golden Pass train. Everything in this class is all inclusive, with your private dining area, a lounge area for you to take in the beautiful sights of Switzerland. And here's another great shot of the train. Okay, so I do want to go ahead and share with you some of our most popular packages for Switzerland. You can find these on the flyer or on our website at www.railbookers.com. So Switzerland, Lakes and Mountains. This is a great tour that will begin in Geneva for a one-night stay. And then your next stop would be Montreux, Interlaken, going through the Golden Pass. Then you'll take the Glacier Express to Core. And then after your 2 nights there, you'll do the Bernina Express into Italy, so you can see the majority of the country in one shot. So the package will begin in Geneva for a one-night stay. Now, if you are flying into London or Paris, or if you're already in Europe for some reason, just let us know that. That way we can add rail from wherever it is you're coming from to Geneva. But you'll start with a one-night stay. Now, all of our hotels are within a mile or two of the train station, so it's going to be really convenient for you to get off the train and make your way to the hotel that we provide for you. And when you're there for one night, no activities are in Geneva, so you are free to roam the city and to go check out the lake and just get lost in the Swiss lifestyle. I visited Geneva 2 years ago. It's a beautiful city. The lake is absolutely incredible, and I found the people to be very nice. The food was excellent. It was a great city. So the following day, you're going to get on the Swiss rail and you're going to head over into Montreux, where you're going to spend one night. Now, that's about an hour and a half of a train ride on board the Swiss rail. And this package includes the Swiss Rail Pass, so you can select whichever time of day you would like to make the connection to Montreux. So upon arrival, you'll make your way to your hotel that's within a mile or two of the train station. And again, you have a free day to roam the city. There's cathedrals, museums, there's plenty to do, and the day will go by quickly. And then the following day, the real rail adventure is going to start as you head your way into Interlaken through the Golden Pass. And upon arrival into Interlaken, you guys will make your way to your hotel where you're going to spend the next 2 nights. Now, Interlaken draws a lot of people because there is a very popular cog railway service called the Jungfrau, which is going to take you up to Jungfrau. Here's a photo of it. It's a village on top of this 11,000-foot mountain where people live up there all year long. And so you'll be able to visit the village on board this scenic train called the Jungfrau. Now, if you're familiar with a cog railway, what it is think of a San Francisco trolley. You know how it can, if you've been to San Francisco, chances are you have, then maybe you've done the trolley cars, but those trolley cars in the city can actually go up steep hills because it's like a cog railway. This is the same idea, except it's an actual train. So it has a tooth-like grip that pulls on the track and connected by cables so you can ascend steep heights. So this train has an average speed of 11 miles per hour, and it's also known as the top of Europe. So it's the highest point in Europe in terms of elevation, which is 11,000 feet. So when you get to the top of the mountain where the village is, you're going to be, hopefully it's a clear day, and you're going to be able to see the surrounding areas. Now, after your 2 night stay in Interlaken, you're going to get on board the Glacier Express for your trip over into Core, where you're going to spend the next 2 nights. So all day long, you're going to be on the Glacier Express going through the Swiss Alps. So upon arrival into Core, here's the train station, you're going to make your way to your hotel, and you're going to be spending the next 2 nights here. Now, upon arrival, there's no activities. It'll be middle to late afternoon by the time you get there. So I would encourage you guys to check into the hotel, grab dinner, and just walk around the city and have a night to yourselves. And that's one of the beautiful benefits of Railbookers, is we provide you with a package, but it's not an escorted tour where you're on somebody else's schedule. You're on your own schedule, so you can do the things you want to do. Now, the following day, you're going to board the Bernina Express to make your way down into St. Moritz, and then across the border into Toronto, Italy. So here's a couple of photos of us, me and some of my team members last year when we visited Switzerland. So the top photo there is Lucerne. This is the oldest wooden bridge in the world. This picture of the lake here, this is on board the Bernina Express. This is a photo of Zermatt with the famous Matterhorn. And then in this photo, we're on board the Glacier Express for some reason, looking out the back of the train. And we had a fantastic time, and that's why we are rail experts, because we experience the destinations just like you will. Here we are arriving into Zermatt on board the Swiss rail, and the picture to the right is on board the Gornegrat Cog Railway, which is in Zermatt, where you can see the Matterhorn and so forth. So I'll talk a little bit about that here in a moment. So that is our Switzerland's Lakes and Mountains package. It is 7 days, 6 nights. The starting price is only $14.99. However, with our flash sale right now, you are entitled to an additional $200 savings off per couple, but you need to book the package by the 26th of April to take advantage of that. Now, the next package I want to share with you is our Scenic Switzerland coming out of Zurich. I'm going to go a little faster through these cities since I've already discussed the majority of them, but this is our most popular package right now in Switzerland, because if you do this package, there's no reason to ever go back because you're going to see it all in one shot. So the package begins in St. Moritz. So depending on where you're flying into Europe, or if you're already there, we can rail you to St. Moritz or coming out of Zurich as the package suggests here. And you'll spend 2 nights in this great city right along the lake. It's a very small city. You don't need more than a night or two. One of my favorite cities in Switzerland. And I would encourage you to roam the city on your own and just check out the local shops and just have some fun while you're in town. Now, the following day, you're going to take the Bernina Express all the way past through parts of the Alps into Toronto, Italy, where you're going to have about an hour and a half layover so the train can be refueled and cleaned up. You can roam Toronto. It's a very small village. Well, actually, it's a city, but it looks like a village. And you'll have time to get some lunch, maybe a pizza with a glass of wine, and then get back on the Bernina to head back into St. Moritz for your second night. Now, after your stay in St. Moritz, you're going to board the Glacier Express and you're going to go all the way through the Alps, all the way into Zermatt. Now, this was my favorite city when we visited last year because the Matterhorn is here, makes the one at Disneyland look manufactured. And the city itself is very small and it's 100% pollution free. There are no automobiles in Zermatt. It's more of a ski town. The only way you can get to the city is either by helicopter or by train. So it's the cleanest, freshest air you're ever going to breathe. And you can roam the city on your own, which is exactly what we did. But then we also include the Gornegrat Cog Railway train that's going to take you up this mountain over here so you can get great views of the Matterhorn. Now, after Zermatt, you're going to board the Swiss Rail to head over to Lausanne, where you're going to spend an additional night. No activities included here, so you're encouraged to walk through the city and check out the cathedrals. You can kind of see one over here, and it's a great town to visit and just have some downtime. Now, after Lausanne, you're going to get on the Golden Pass train to head through into Lucerne, as well as Interlaken. But you're going to spend 3 nights in Lucerne, which is a great city. This is the oldest wooden bridge in the world, and all of our hotels are right within this vicinity. And you'll have a day trip out to Mount Pilatus, which is a bit south of Lucerne, but we include all the transportation, where you can take a cog railway to the top of the mountain, get great views of Switzerland, and enjoy yourselves. So that is our scenic Switzerland coming out of Zurich. It's 9 days, 8 nights, so you're entitled to the $400 off per couple right now. But the starting price for the package is $21.29 at a going rate. Okay, the last package I want to share with you is the Classic Glacier and Bernina Express. Now, this is a very short package. It's only 4 nights. So if you're doing a river cruise down the Rhine coming out of Amsterdam and you have some additional time you'd like to spend in Switzerland, this may be a package to consider. The package will begin with a 2-night stay in Interlaken. So if you're in Basel or Zurich, we can rail you to Interlaken. You'll do the Jungfrau train up to Jungfrau, and then you'll take the Glacier Express all the way over into Chor, where you'll spend your next 2 nights. This is the first class accommodations on the train. And then you'll do the Bernina Express. Here's the Jungfrau for Interlaken. Here's your picture of Chor. And here's the Bernina Express. And so this train will then take you down into Toronto, Italy, and then all the way back into Chor in 1 day. And so this complete package is, and there's a picture of Toronto for you. Forgot I had that. So the Classic Glacier and Bernina Express is 5 days, 4 nights, starting at $1,089 at a going rate. So those are the packages that I just wanted to quickly introduce you to. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. So what differentiates Railbookers? Well, again, with us, you don't have to wait to book everything. Like I said before, we can book rail 2 years in advance. We have the flexibility to create any package from the ground up. We are a one-stop shop, no hassle-free booking experience for you, and we'll provide you with fantastic customer service. Some other popular itineraries, just to highlight real quick, we have Berlin, parts of Germany, coming out of London, the Grand Circle of the Canadian Rockies, our Switzerland's Lakes and Mountains tour, Norway in a nutshell, and the Ultimate Canada and Rockies Eastbound. And you can find all of these at railbookers.com. It's also worth noting that we do Asia rail vacations in Japan as well as China, and we do have some additional packages through Italy that you may want to check out as well. Again, here is our Switzerland on sale flyer. If you book before the 26th, you can save up to $200 or $400 off per couple. How to book? Well, a couple of different ways. Simply give us a call at 888-829-3040. Let us know how we can assist you. I would encourage you to check out our website so you can look at our different packages, but you'll be prompted to give us a call to get an actual price quote. Or you can contact your local travel agent, and they would be more than happy to put this all together for you. And I always encourage working through a travel agent, especially with international travel, because it can be complicated. You are entitled to the discounts that we are currently offering by whether you book with us directly or through your local travel agent, so whatever you're most comfortable with. Here's our website. If you go to railbookers.com under trip planning, you can there's some great resources there on the train experience. There's videos, photos of the train, and you can learn a lot by just simply paying us a visit online. If you want to see any other additional special offers, you can find that under the tab Special Offers on the site. And don't forget to download the flyer. You'll want that too when you give us a call, or to take it to your local travel agent. So I would like to know if there are any questions. It looks like there's some popping in here, so give me a moment to look at this. So Christy is with us this morning asking us about the train experience. She wants to know if there's enough room to stretch out your legs and make train connections and so forth. So Christy, there usually is. If you know, European rail is usually very efficient. They're almost never late. They always run on time. So as long as you're on the platform when the train arrives, you should not have a problem. I would just allow for some extra time to get to the train station and to find the platform. And we here at Railbookers can make that real easy for you. We can guide you through that process as well. Thank you for that. Bob is with us today and wants to know how long the train ride on the Glacier Express from Zermatt to Kor. That's going to be about 7 hours going through the Swiss Alps there, Bob. Absolutely. I've done it myself. It's a great train ride. Definitely a bucket list experience. Candace is here with us this morning, and she is asking us about Eastern Europe and wants to know if we have packages for Amsterdam, Germany, as well as Vienna. Absolutely, we do, Candace. I did not go over all those in detail today, but they're also there. So if you just go on our site, you can find our packages for that, or you can simply just give us a call or contact your local travel agent. Judith is with us asking us about single travels. Absolutely, Judith. If you're traveling solo, we can gear our packages for that. Absolutely. Dennis is with us asking us what the cancellation policies are in case of health issues and so on. Well, Dennis, we do offer trip protection insurance, and that will allow you to cancel your reservation with us at any point up to 24 hours, 1 business day prior to departure, and you'll get a full refund minus the cost of the trip protection. It will also protect you and insure you while you're traveling should a health issue arise while you're traveling, so you don't face any out-of-pocket expenses for that. And our vacation consultants here can talk to you further about that. Let's see here. Charles is with us asking us about Ireland, if we do anything up in there. Of course we do. Ireland's one of the most popular destinations in the world, Charles, as you know. So yes, we have a great package called the Best of the Emerald Isle. If you go to railbookers.com, you can see that package. Starts in Killarney, it visits Cork and Galway and Dublin and Belfast. So you can do a full circle through Ireland and then head over into the United Kingdom. Judith, you're asking a question. I can't quite see the second half of it. Are there Railbooker staff in cities or on board to offer sightseeing? Oh, I see what you're saying. There is not. So, Judith, so what we specialize in is independent rail travel. So, Railbookers is going to provide you all your rail, no matter where you're going. We're going to provide you with the hotels, as well as sightseeing activities. And then we're going to present you all of your travel vouchers, your train tickets, your vouchers for the hotels and the activities. So you're going to be responsible for getting to your hotel from the train station and getting to the activities on your own. So you know, to really experience Europe to its fullest, especially with Railbookers, um, you need to sort of be comfortable with roaming the city on your own. Now, what I will tell you is I would imagine most of you have smartphones, and if you have an international phone plan, you should be able to access Wi-Fi while you're over there. You can use Google Maps, you can use your Maps app to get around the city. That's what I did. Every time I go to Europe each year, I'm usually going to a new country that I've never stepped foot in before. So I use my phone to navigate the city. So you just have to be able to do that. I'm assuming you can, of course. And but however, on our vouchers that we provide you, we give you all of our offices, all of the phone numbers for our Rail Bookers locations. So we have an office in London. So you can call the London office during current time zones to ask questions. You'll have the US office as well as our Sydney, Australia office. So no matter what time of day or wherever you are, you always have somebody to call. Or if you book through your local travel agent, they're available to you as well. I hope that helps. Betty is with us and is asking us about doing a tour through Scotland and parts of France. Absolutely, you can do that by rail. Scotland and France, very popular countries, of course, and we do have packages that'll do that. I can't think of them offhand, but if you go to railbookers.com, you can see them. Absolutely. All right, well, I've answered all the questions that have come in so far. I'll keep this up for a moment. If I can ask you all a question, are you considering traveling to Europe this year or next? If you can just type yes or no in the question box, that would be great. 2020, okay, great. And yep, I'm seeing a lot of 2020 come in, some 2019. Okay, very good. Well, the benefits of booking a year out in advance is the pricing is going to be more affordable because there's usually more availability. The rail, hotels, they all work on supply and demand. So if the further out you're looking to book, the more favorable the price is going to be. So you can give us a call. Let us know what you're looking to do, and we'll either give you one of our packages or build it for you, and the pricing is going to be more affordable versus if you wait until 2020 to book it. Ed is with us asking us, is the price for one the same as couples? Interesting. I'd have to shop a package to find that out, but all of our packages are, the starting prices are based upon double occupancy. Oh, excellent. We have a customer with us, Christy. Thank you. Yes, you booked I can see here you booked a Rail Bookers trip with us and you're excited. Well, that's wonderful. Can you let me know where you're going or what package you're doing? Greg is with us today and wants to know if we sell Euro Rail passes. No, we do not do the rail passes by itself, Gregory. As a tour operator, we require a minimum of one piece of train and one hotel in Europe that we're booking. Of course, we specialize in packages, but we can't book just rail passes by itself. Oh, nice, Christy. You're going to do Paris, Switzerland, and Rome. That's a great route. Absolutely. Good stuff. Oh, yes. Yes, I know Tyler well. Excellent. Very good. Excellent. Okay. Well, I got a couple of extra minutes here. I'm going to keep the question box open. I just want to make sure you guys see our business hours real quickly. So we are open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific. And our reservations telephone number is 888-829-3040, and you'll be connected to one of our consultants in just a few moments, and we'll be more than happy to assist you with planning your next dream vacation. Nice. Thank you, Judith. Yes, I think we do have a webinar scheduled for Japan and China in May. I forget the actual date now, but keep your eyes open for that email invite because you'll receive that. Dennis is asking us, are all package pricing in US dollars? Yes, they are, because we're a US tour operator. So yes, that's correct. If I can ask you guys one last question, did you learn today what you were hoping to gain out of this presentation? Everybody has different reasons for joining. If you can just put yes or no in there, that would be great. Good. Okay, excellent. Okay, Judith, you need more single traveler info. Okay. Well, our packages are naturally priced for double occupancy. So if you just give us a call, let us know what package or what you're looking to do, we will shop it for one person to give you your price. So that's really the easiest thing to do. Okay, perfect. Good, good. Okay, guys. Well, I want to let you know that this webinar is being recorded and we will upload this onto our website, railbookers.com. If any of you showed up late today, so you can go back and watch it, we do have 2 other webinars today. The next one is at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the one after that will be 2 p.m. Pacific. So you can go back to the invite and re-register if you'd like to watch this live. And of course, get your questions answered in real time. Dennis is asking us, do you offer interline discount? Interline. Dennis, can you clarify your question a little bit? I know we do discounts, hence what we're running with right now. I'll give you a second to pop that in there. Oh, I see. No, Dennis, we don't have any discounts for that, unfortunately, but we do have early booking discounts for our packages, and of course, we have our flash sale savings right now, so that could really offset the cost of airfare for you and things like that. Diane is here asking us, do you have guides or city tours for larger groups of 12 to 16 that can be booked and so on? Not really, Diane. When you travel with Railbookers, if you're traveling with your spouse or a couple of friends, whatever it may be, it is an independent travel. There's no official tour guide. Now, with that said, a lot of our tours that we provide in our packages, sometimes those are guided. Now, what I mean by that is, let's say you're traveling to Paris. When we put people in Paris, they're usually wanting to go out to Normandy. And we have a tour operator that'll do that. They'll pick you up at your hotel on a gray line, and they'll drive you out to Normandy for the day. So that component of the trip would be guided. But when you land at an airport or arrive at a train station, you'll have to get to your hotel on your own. And so that's how we offered. Greg is asking us about travel agent discounts. Yes, Gregory. Greg, we do have those for you if you are a travel agent, absolutely. And on that alone, Greg, since you are a travel agent, we did the travel agent version of this webinar yesterday. So if you'd like, I can give you a call a little bit later and we can talk to you a little bit more about those details. Okay, good, Diane. I'm glad I was able to answer your question. So to sum up again, some of the tours that we offer are guided, but there's no official tour guide that's going to chauffeur you to the hotels and so forth. That's all up to you, but we make that easy. with everything's documented on your vouchers. You'll know exactly where you're going. And if you have a smartphone, you're going to want to rely on that. And of course, you'll have support from Railbookers with all of our contact info on your documents. So very good. All right, guys. Well, we hope to hear from you all very soon. Our travel consultants are standing by. They are aware of our webinar today, so they are ready to pick up the phone and help you plan your next vacation with us. So thank you for your time. We appreciate your support, and we hope to see you all on board with us very soon. Have a fantastic day.